Today we're going to talk about mixed conditionals. Let's start by revising the second and third conditionals. Second conditional. Structure. If plus past simple. Would plus infinitive. An imaginary or unlikely situation in the present with a result in the present or future. Let's see some examples.
If I were male, I would play football with the boys.
But in reality, she is female and she won't play football with the boys. So this makes the situation imaginary or hypothetical. If I were on holiday today, I would go to the beach. But I am not on holiday, so I won't go to the beach. Again, the situation is imaginary. Now let's revise the third conditional. The structure is if plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. An imaginary situation in the past with a result in the past. Let's look at some examples. If she had taken a taxi, she wouldn't have missed the train. This is an imaginary situation in the past with a result also imaginary in the past. She didn't take a taxi, and she regrets it. The train is gone. If the Titanic hadn't hit an iceberg, its passengers would have arrived in America. Again, this is an imaginary situation in the past, with a hypothetical result in the past. The Titanic did hit an iceberg, and most of the passengers didn't arrive in America. Now let's look at the two ways to mix these conditionals. Mixed conditional type 1. Past situation with present result. If plus past perfect. Would plus infinitive. Mixed conditional type 2. Present situation with past result. If plus past simple. Would have plus past participle. Let's explain them in more detail, one by one. Mixed conditional type 1. Past situation, present result. If plus past perfect. Would plus infinitive. We take the first part of the structure from the third conditional and the second part of the structure from the second conditional. Here are some examples. If I hadn't stayed up so late last night, I wouldn't feel so tired now. I stayed up late in the past, and I feel tired now in the present. If I hadn't found the key, I would still be locked out. I found the key in the past. I am not locked out in the present. For this type of mixed conditional, it is common to see the verbs be, feel, and seem, and the words now and still in the second part. Mixed conditional type 2. Present or general situation. Effect on past events. If plus past simple. Would have plus past participle. The first part of the second conditional and the second part of the third conditional. Here are some examples. If I didn't have to go to school today, I wouldn't have been so unhappy yesterday. I have to go to school today in the present. I was unhappy yesterday in the past. If she were better organized, she would have passed the exam. She isn't well organized in general. She didn't pass the exam yesterday in the past. Now let's compare the third conditional with the first type of mixed conditional. Third conditional. Past situation, past result. If plus past perfect. Would have plus past participle. If her boyfriend hadn't broken up with her, she wouldn't have been upset yesterday. Mixed conditional type 1. Past situation, present result. If plus past perfect. Would plus infinitive. If her boyfriend hadn't broken up with her, she wouldn't be upset now. Now let's compare the second conditional with mixed conditional type 2. Second conditional. Present situation, present result. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. If he were faster, he would win the race tomorrow. Mixed conditional type 2. Present or general situation, effect on past events. If plus past simple, would have plus past participle. If he were faster, he would have won the race yesterday. I hope that makes conditionals clearer for you. Good luck with your English grammar.